What's up, Funkheads? Wave 10 of the San Diego Comic-Con Funko exclusives was announced, and I heard it might be the last actual wave, with a few surprises here and there still to come, but I think this is the last actual wave. It's unfortunate though, because I think this is the weakest wave since the Marvel one. Wave 10 is HBO. Let's take a look. First up is Musashi from Westworld, and the pop looks pretty cool, but honestly, I didn't even know this character had a name. I thought it was just a generic samurai from the very end of season 1. He was only in the show for like a minute, didn't really do much. What I think is pretty lame about this is that probably the two coolest characters in the entire show that had a lot to do with the plot, Hector and Armistice, aren't in the original pop line for Westworld. They're not one of these exclusives. I have no idea why they would make this character and not those two. They have such great designs, and they really should have chose them to make pops out of instead of a character like this, or the young Ford from the original line, or pretty much any of the characters from the original line. I'm actually highly disappointed with the Westworld pop line because I really like the show, but I think that the overall Westworld pop line lacks detail and is very boring. And to me, it was a major misstep to not make two of the more eye-catching characters in the show. So I'm probably going to skip this guy. But if you're collecting that line and you're a huge fan of the show, you'll probably pick this one up. I was just disappointed with them overall. And they're making another Westworld pop. Young Ford with his face open to reveal that he is a host. And like Musashi, I think this pop is cool looking. And this one does have more to do with the plot, so that's nice. But I really think that this Young Ford should have been a chase for the common Young Ford. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it originally was going to be. Making this guy a chase for that pop would have added a little bit of excitement to the original pop line because it really needed it because it's boring. Especially that Young Ford pop. I can't imagine that really being a good seller. I feel like that's going to be one of those pops that's on clearance in a month. But yeah, just like Musashi, I think there's just a bunch of other characters they could have made instead of this guy. Pretty lame. And this year they're only making one Game of Thrones pop, and that is the Mountain. More specifically, Franken Mountain or Zombie Mountain, wearing his golden armor. And he does look pretty cool, even though I would have liked it if his body looked a little bit bigger. But it's got some good details. Hopefully that paint is somewhat metallic or shiny on the gold parts. I like the gray skin coming through and the fact that they made his eyes white. Looks very creepy. And I'm definitely going to try to pick this one up. And lastly, they're making Tormund and Brienne in Dorbs form in a 2-pack, which is cute because Tormund does have the hots for Brienne. It's kind of a funny little thing in the show. So it's pretty cool that they're packaged together. What's not so cool is that these are shared with Toy Tokyo. Notoriously hard to get an exclusive from them. I'm pretty sure a lot of Game of Thrones fans and Dorbs fans were excited to see this, but then their hearts sank when they saw it was Toy Tokyo. Almost impossible to get, or very, very expensive on the secondhand market. But yeah, they do look pretty good. The hair sculpts on both of these are excellent, and these two characters really work as Dorbs. They're nice looking. Alright guys, that was the HBO wave. Overall, I found it disappointing. Even though I do like the Mountain, he doesn't look spectacular. Would have definitely liked some different characters for Westworld, and maybe a new Silicon Valley pop would have been cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching and have a good one.